Well, hello everyone, I'm Peaches from Lovers for Healthy Life, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Now today I'm going to give you a little update on my ground cherries, along with a few other vegetables in my garden. Now I also wanted to remind you that I'm going to be closing out my subscriber thank you giveaway in a few days, and if you hit that button above, you can go ahead and click that video, and all you have to do is make a comment, enter me, and also be a subscriber. And I want to thank all my new subscribers as well. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. So let's take a look at those ground cherries. Come along with me and let's have some fun. Okay guys, so here are my ground cherries, and now the leaves look like they have tiny little holes in them. Some little bug got to them, not sure, but anyways, that didn't seem to affect the fact that I have a little ground cherry growing right there. You see that? So I'm gonna go ahead and plant this in this new raised bed here at this end right here that my husband built for me, and I've already put wood chips down, organic garden soil, and then a little bit of garden fertilizer right here. This is the kind that I use. You get it at a really good deal. You get like 4 of them for a really good price on Amazon.com. They say organic, you know, so hopefully they are. But next year I think I'm gonna try more of a back to Eden, I think that's the name of the garden style, where you use a lot of wood chips. So hopefully I'll be getting a lot of wood chips in, and I'll be growing in a lot of decomposed wood chips for next year. So I'm gonna go ahead and just gently take out this whole entire batch. And as you can see, I have several plants in here, so we're gonna see if we can save some we may not be able to save. This seems like a really good one right here, so I'm gonna just break it off and break it apart. Like I said, some of them we may be able to save, some we may not. Now this one is gonna see if I can divide that in two. See if you can see that. And I'm gonna go ahead and plant this one right here. Then I'll be doing periodic updates, show you how they're doing. Not too deep, so I'll just go ahead and plant that there. You know what? I like to remove all the bottom leaves when I plant, so I forgot to do that. So let's go ahead, put that in there. Okay, build up the dirt around it. So we planted that one, and then I'm gonna go ahead and plant the rest of them, and I'll show you what they look like as soon as I'm done planting them. Well, here are my ground cherries, and I think I've got about 10 plants. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, right around 10 plants. And a little tiny baby one right there makes 11, if it does okay. But most of them have little tiny flowers that are soon to be ground cherries. So here's a closer look at the ground cherries, what they look like. So I'm not sure what else I'm gonna plant in this bed. I'm gonna look up what's a companion plant for the ground cherries, so I can plant something right in here. Now down here at the end, I have some purple sweet potatoes that I just planted. I got these plants in a while back ago, so I just planted some purple sweet potatoes. So hopefully these will do pretty good. Now back here, towards the back of my garden, I have mainly my beefsteak tomatoes growing, and I'm really liking the fact that I've cleared out the bottom. As you can see, the bottom of my tomato plants, try to cut down on the disease of the tomatoes. And these are not beefsteak tomatoes. This is actually, I believe it's aroma tomato, but I'm gonna look it up to make sure, and I'll put a link or a note of what exactly these are, because I'm not sure. Maybe Roma tomatoes anyways. But now this right here is a beefsteak tomato. So I have a banana tree right here, and it's doing really well. This is my hand, and this is the size of the leaves. They're so huge right now. This one right here is actually a Orinoco banana. This is an Orinoco banana. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And this is another banana tree. And it's starting to get big as well. This is called a Dwarf Cavendish banana. And here's another banana tree. I think it's the same. Now this is my Honeydew Melon, and it's doing really well. I've got tons of Honeydew Melon that's starting to take form, and this one right here is like two growing side by side, almost like a cherry tomato or a grape tomato. Not sure if that's a good thing. I think I'll probably have to pick one of these. And they're growing all the way up. I see the little tiny honeydew melons growing everywhere up the sunflower. You see that? And then my corn is starting to come in really well. Corn is starting to set up. See the corn inside of here. And I just uncovered this entire raised bed with these trellises all the way around, trying to prevent the squirrels from getting in, and so far so good. I hope that keeps them out, but they might outsmart me and just go over the top. But it's really bushy up here, so maybe they won't, maybe they will. I'm not sure. We'll just see. And over here I have my bush beans, and these are the dragon tongue beans, growing all the way around. And this is 3 different types of corn that I'm growing. And it's just now, the corn is just now starting to set up as well. It's doing really well. And the dragon tongue beans are starting to bloom. Now over here is where I had my potatoes that were in ground, and what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to have a back to eaten garden method, and I'll be planting some winter squash here over the next couple of days. And over here is another pile that I'm going to turn over the dirt and add a ton of wood chips, sort of like a back to eaten style. And I think I'm going to be growing some squashes here. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be planting some winter squash right over here. Now my raised bed greenhouse is doing really well. I've been harvesting the lettuces, and I believe that's some perpetual spinach growing over there, and also red lettuce. So this is my lettuce that's coming in. There's more lettuce over here. So I'm going to be planting some more Swiss chard on the sides over here for the winter time. This whole raised bed gets covered in plastic. My okra, I have 3 okra, red burgundy okra plants, and they're doing wonderful. And there's a red burgundy okra right there. So that's what it looks like. I really love the color of the okra. And my lemon cucumber plant is growing wild. I have a ton of living cucumbers growing on it. And this is what my garden looks like. It looks like a little forest. These are all my purple royalty beans. Let's see if I can show you what they look like. I'm going to be picking some of these today as well. They're all growing really well. I've been picking these all summer long. But this is what the garden looks like. A mini forest. And these are all my grape tomatoes that I pick all the time. Every day I come out here. The leaves look horrible, but they're giving me lots and lots of tomatoes. So that's why I'm planting more tomatoes, because probably pretty soon these will just die off, I would assume. But this is loaded with hundreds of grape tomatoes. And the bees just love my sunflower. Now these are my pepper plants I planted not too long ago. I would say a couple of weeks ago. Then right over here I have some Thai basil, and then more pepper plants, and then I have the tomato plants right over here. These are my grape tomatoes that's doing really good. And let's see, I have cayenne peppers that are coming in over here, hot chili peppers, a few more peppers that are coming in right over here. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Happy gardening and God bless.